I'm Macy Egland. Newsday investigates what's being called the LIRR's culture of fraud. 36 workers are accused in a plot to clone time cards. According to an MTA report, some employees went to the gym or worked a second job while they were on the clock.
I think more than surprised, I was appalled. I was outraged.
In 2 minutes, how the alleged scheme unfolded and the tip that brought it to light. We now know the NYPD officer shot in the face in Brooklyn lives in Suffolk County. Police say Sharjeel Warris was hit with birdshot pellets from a shotgun while responding to a deadly shooting yesterday morning. He was released from the hospital hours later. Police say the man who shot Warris was found dead. Only in Newsday, Long Islanders are not giving their regards to Broadway. An industry trade group says less than 5% of theatergoers were Long Islanders during the 2023-2024 season. That is the lowest ever. Ticket prices and streaming from home may be why. Holiday season home hunters are facing competition and some rising home prices. Single-family homes in Nassau rose to $837,000 last month, according to One Key MLS. That is 6% higher than a year ago. In Suffolk County, the median price was $701,000, up 4.6%. We spoke with Newsday business reporter Jonathan LaMantia about those numbers.
And so what I'm hearing from agents is there's still bidding wars. There's still multiple offers on a lot of homes. And so for those folks who've waited, they haven't seen mortgage rates drop a ton.
Agents tell us the reason for those rising prices is buyers outnumbered a shortage of sellers. A new Taco Bell drive-thru is being planned in Medford. It'll be located at the Sunshine Square Shopping Center on Sills Road and take the place of a former Chase Bank. All right, let's talk about your forecast now on this Tuesday. The sun is out for now before some clouds increase and roll in later on today. Another chilly start to the day, though. Temps topping out in the mid to upper 40s today. Those clouds roll in this afternoon and evening ahead of possible rain overnight. We could see some showers for the start of tomorrow. Otherwise, it turns out to be mostly sunny. As we take a look at your 7-day forecast now, clouds and possibly some more wet weather later on in the week. Friday, cloudy. We could see a chance there. Let's keep an eye on it. Right now, the weekend is looking good in the 50s.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
The Newsday investigates an LIRR time fraud scheme. Transportation reporter Alfonso Castillo digs deeper into how some employees allegedly cheated the system.
It started with an anonymous tip about a single LIRR worker having a duplicate employee ID card and grew to become one of the largest MTA investigations undertaken in years.
I think at some point you realize, oh my gosh, there is a culture of fraud in these facilities.
The findings of the 3-year probe conducted by the Office of MTA Inspector General Daniel Court detail the brazenness of the railroad's latest employee time fraud scandal. 36 workers are accused in a plot to clone time clock cards, then stash them in lockers and refrigerators in employee facilities in Ronkonkoma, Queens, and Manhattan. Armed with these cloned cards, workers were able to come and go as they please, knowing that their co-workers could swipe them in and out when they weren't around. Some went to the gym, some took second jobs. There's even a story of a gang foreman who showed up, swiped in, and announced to his co-workers, "Don't come looking for me, I'll be next to the pool with a margarita."
I think more than surprised, I was appalled. I was outraged.
LIRR President Robert Freese said the railroad cooperated with investigators and has implemented several changes to help ensure employees are actually working when they're on the clock, including setting up video cameras and going back to having workers scan their fingers at the start and end of their shift.
We've taken multiple steps, and we continue to look for technology to help us to ensure our employees who are where they're supposed to be.
We do not in any way, shape, or form condone bad behavior.
Now, most of the workers involved in this case have faced disciplinary charges from the railroad, ranging from suspensions to potentially even being fired. But at least for the moment, they are not facing any kind of criminal charges. The Inspector General referred the case to the Suffolk DA's office, but they decided that there was not enough evidence to bring charges. In St. Albans, for Newsday TV, I'm Alfonso Castillo.
And you can read more about the story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
The granddaughter of the couple that owns this Great River home tells friends her grandparents live in a castle. And they kind of do. This stucco tower, battlements intact, marks the entrance to a 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath house listed in October for $1.4 million. Let's go inside. Hi.
Good morning. Welcome to O'Connell Court.
Tell me about this kitchen.
The homeowners did the major renovations to this home in 2016, which included this beautiful kitchen. They took a wall down to open it up.
Do you know what this looked like before?
I do.
What did it look like before?
It was kind of how the whole house was. It was all very dark, some of it a little strange, and then they came in and made it modern and, you know, it was a place that you really want to live.
A building structure inventory form from the 1970s identifies the home as a carriage house with a water tower. Now, the tower is set up just like another part of the house.
So now you're in the tower. So you're above the foyer, and then there's actually another room above the tower room. Right now it's set up as a bedroom as well. So you are in what was originally the water tower of this building.
Spiral staircases will take you up to the top, where there are places to hang flags. Also on the grounds are a cottage, a koi pond, and stone busts with an unknown history.
They're interesting. It makes me think of ancient Greece or something. I happen to love them. I think they're cool. They came with the house. So we don't know anything more than that, but they add a lot of character.
For Newsday TV, I'm Ariel Dollinger.
It's absolutely beautiful. And read more about the home on Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box.
The sound of the violin. Something so elegant and pure, yet sometimes to make these delicate instruments sing, you might have to do some damage. And that's where Bob Murphy comes in.
Grab your bows, we're repairing violins.
Bob Murphy, violin guy. Love my job, making violins look like and are junk a lot of times, bring them back to life.
For more than 50 years, Bob Murphy has been perfecting the art of restoring and repairing violins.
And I started with some cheap junk violins, and they're glued with illegal glue like I just showed you was on this.
And if you want to get into the business of repairing an instrument that transcends time, you better be prepared to study the art from all time periods.
And I studied the measurements from all the Italian masters. Whole library of books that I've read them all.
Because being a so-called violin guy means you have to be part artist and part surgeon, carefully restoring instruments that have survived centuries.
Circa 1780. This one's up for $11,500.
And since you're working with timeless pieces, not only do your tools need to be fine, but your attitude needs to be in tune.
If I'm working on somebody's really expensive violin, which I do frequently, I gotta make sure I'm not in a bad mood even.
But if you do, you'll realize it's not just about hours and glue, but also making sure the oldest wood does not lose its voice.
You love what you do. I can't wait when I do a violin to get it upstairs and have it played by some of the great players that we have here working. And that's my gift.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV.
I love that. See more LI Work segments on our website, Newsday.com. Again, click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. See more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
While data indicates most hit-and-run drivers on Long Island are being arrested, victims' families say many drivers are avoiding serious consequences. Dangerous Roads, Hit and Run Danger, now available at newsday.com/dangerousroads.